The elements of the stall turn are straight and level approach, pull to a vertical upline, straight line, quarter roll, straight line, stall turn, straight line, quarter roll, straight line, and pull to a straight and level exit. Let's look at the geometry of the manoeuvre. As for all manoeuvres, there should be a straight and level approach and exit of at least 30 metres. And like most manoeuvres, the entry and exit should be at the same height. The quarter loop radius at the start and end of the manoeuvre must be of equal size. A common fault is making the exit radius smaller and sharper than the entry radius. This is due to the model gaining speed while descending and the pilot's nervousness about their model heading towards the ground. Once again, height is safety. Start a bit higher and give yourself the time and comfort of some additional height. The quarter roll on the up line and down line should be at the same height and position. The rolls should also be at the same speed. Before and after each of the quarter rolls, there needs to be a straight line of equal length. This applies to the up line as well as the down line. Additionally, the ascent and descent, e.g. the up line and down line, should be in the same position. That is, they should follow exactly the same path. At the top of the manoeuvre, you should perform a stall turn with the rudder, rotating around the model's centre of gravity, in this case to the right. Note that there is no requirement in which direction you stall, but you should always stall into the wind. If you ever attempt to stall downwind, the model will not remain stationary. This is called a wing over and will result in a severe downgrade. But even worse is a flop forward or backwards, which results in a 0 score. Let's step through the manoeuvre. Straight and level approach for at least 30 metres, full throttle. Pull the elevator to fly a quarter loop to an up line, finishing on the centre line. Don't rush this quarter loop, but fly through it. You will need to match it on the way down. Also, you'll lose a lot of speed if you pull too sharply. Further, by not rushing it, you can better position yourself on the centre line. Once you have established a vertical climb, now you need to fly a straight line. Do not immediately perform the quarter roll. Instead, count 1, 2, 3 or similar to yourself before rolling. Perform a quarter roll. There's no requirement as to the direction of the roll, and you can have the canopy or the wheels towards yourself, but most pilots find it better to have the canopy towards themselves. After the roll, fly a straight line while gradually reducing the throttle to about 1/4. Again, it's a good idea to count to yourself, but you'll need to allow for the reduction in speed, so you might count to 4 or 5, for example. The straight line here should be equal to the straight line before the roll. Note that equal means the physical distance in the sky. It does not refer to time. Just as the model stops climbing, you should start the stall by applying full rudder, in this case to the right. Remember that you should always stall into the wind. Also, you should not start applying rudder before the model is stopped and therefore slide into the stall. This also results in a downgrade. Throttle should normally be at about 1/4. By keeping some throttle on, there will be air moving over the control surfaces, which gives you control and helps prevent a flop. Keep the rudder on and still about 1/4 throttle. Keep the rudder on and reduce throttle to idle to prevent the stall turning into a wing over. Start to relax the rudder so that you can ease into a completion of the stall with the nose pointing exactly down, and so that the nose does not pendulum. Overdoing the stall or a pendulum will both result in downgrades. The stall should finish with the nose pointing down and without a pendulum motion. Now allow the model to travel in a straight line down. After a straight line, perform a quarter roll at the same position as the quarter roll on the up line. This roll needs to be in the appropriate direction so you can pull the elevator and exit upright. Then continue with another straight line of equal length. Pull the elevator to smoothly perform a quarter loop of the same radius you started with. You can start to reapply throttle about here and exit at the same height you started at least 30 meters of straight and level flight. Let's look at the real flight example again.